Hey, how's it going, guys? Stroker here. Another Instagram video. This one is particularly about when to cancel batches. Should I cancel batches? And is it a good idea to cancel batches? Okay, overall, you canceling batches has to do with you deciding if you want to do it or not. It's that simple. On the other side of that, you can't do too many cancel batches because you'll be in the lines of being terminated. So you want to be very particular about when you're going to cancel batches. Now, if something happened, you know, your vehicle, your phone, whatever like that, then yeah, but you still have a certain amount that you can cancel. I think you have to be under no more than 15% on your cancellation rate. So of course, the more batches you complete, the more batches you can cancel. You know, you feel like it, or you know, something happens. So at the end of the day, you want to always do way more batches than the ones that you actually cancel. So try not to cancel batches, guys. Someone asked me a question. Well, when is a good time? When would you cancel a batch? Okay, me, a couple of reasons, not a lot. One of the reasons being that if, for example, I took a batch and it was because you know now, you know, the bots took over, stuff like that. You'll be very, you have to be so quick, you can't even really look at everything before you swipe. You literally see something that you like to swipe. But for example, I took on a batch, it was a double order. Okay, no big deal, but I realized that the batch was like 80 something piece orders, 2 batches. In total, like 80 something, I believe like 86 pieces together. But that wasn't really the problem. I think the pay was like 56. I'm like, all right, I guess. But it was 2 problems. One was the batch was 45 minutes away. 2, both the batches was miles away from each other. So automatically, I was gonna spend over an hour just driving, period. Just not trying to come back home. I'm talking about to the batch, like me driving to the location, to the grocery store, 45 minutes, and then me delivering both batches. So that was automatically was gonna be over an hour. I want to say an hour 20 automatically of me just doing that part. We're not even talking about me getting back home or whatever. But yeah, so I canceled that batch. Like, can't do it. And now it's to the point now I updated my zone to 1 location. That's it. Because after work, I don't have that much time to do batches, you know, when it's miles apart from me or whatever. I literally had to crank it all the way down to the specific area that I'm going to work during the week. On the weekends, I'm pretty much all open, you know, so I'm up for not any kind of batch, you know, I'm able to work more different sides of town on the weekends. But during the week, I had to nail it down. Like, you know, I tried one yesterday, and it took me 25 minutes to get to the store. And when I got there, you know, I'm grateful that the person was literally around the corner. It was like 5 minutes around the corner from the store. So great, that was great. But I didn't get any batches after that. Like literally, like you had a couple batches pop up here and there, but again, crappy batches. I'm making another video, guys, about these crappy batches. You need to hear me out on this. I'm helping you out. I'm trying to get us as a community strong and make everything right. Because everything's not right. Everything's just whacked out. And people just going crazy and stuff like that. But I'll make a video about that. But anyway, yeah. So after I completed that batch, I couldn't get any other batches. Like truly, had like a $9, $7 batch. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna drive 15, 20 minutes and then do your 40 count batch for you. Screw that. I'm not going to put myself in that situation again. I'm not doing that, man. So I didn't do that. That sucked because of the way back. That was, you know, I took my time getting back because, you know, what's the hurry of rushing when if you take your time, you're able to find a batch that you may have passed up or you're not too far from, or you're going that way anyway. So when you guys get through with a batch, unless you already have a batch already, don't take off and, you know, do a $120 on the freeway. Like, where are you going? What are you doing? You know, kind of hang out. If you're getting some buzz, hang out in that area. But if you're not, you know, take your time going to wherever you're trying to go. Maybe you want to go on the other side of town, or you just drive around so you can possibly pick up some matches. Do that, but don't be in a hurry, because you're not. You know, I realize that, like, why am I in a hurry? I don't have a batch. I don't have anything to do right now. So I literally, when I get through with a batch, I'll go somewhere in the parking lot and I'll wait and see, you know, if I'm getting a lot of action that is. And I'll stay in that area and wait till I find something I like. But if not, I'm just kind of going to cruise a little bit. I'm not going to burn up gas, speeding, driving fast. Take your time. But yeah, other than that, back to what I was talking about when it's the council batches. So that batch, I had to cancel that because the trip was just, I was going to spend an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half just driving. Cancel that one. Another thing, you guys don't have to do these double, triple batches. You know, you don't have to do it if you don't want it, but at the same time, I'm up for it, but it has to make sense financially. I seen something earlier today. At first it was double batches they was pumping out. Now they're pumping out triple batches. I'm okay, I really don't even want to do double batches, but let alone triple batches. I'm seeing triple batches for $24. I'm like, bro, they're not even paying the minimum. I think it's what, $7 or whatever, and it depends on what store you go to. They'll pay a little bit more, but I'm like, they're not even paying the minimum. No tips across the board from no one. And again, the people, I'm looking at the map, these people stay 10 or more minutes away from each other. And granted, someone may stay in the apartment. All three of them may have to stay in the apartment. You have to go up 3 flights of stairs, 2 flights of stairs, get out the gate, have to find a place. That's going to eat up more time. So it's like $24 for a triple batch, and it's like, what? You know, and then again, you're going to drive from where I was at. I had to drive automatically 20 minutes. And now it's like, it's literally impossible for me to get batches on my side of town that's decent. You know, and it's like every day it gets worse and worse because more of these crappy batches are appearing because people know that we are desperate. And we're going to take whatever they give us. And guess what? It is true because we're taking whatever they give us, man. It's out of control. That video's coming up tomorrow. I got to talk to you guys, man. It's getting out of hand, and we're not helping each other whatsoever. But only time you want to cancel batches, let something happen to your car, or, you know, something wrong with your phone, cancel the batch. But if you take the batch because there's so much stuff going on, you really don't have no time to really look at it, but the price. And you feel like it's not worth time, cancel the batch. But be aware, don't get too crazy when you're canceling batches left and right. That you have more canceled batches than actually that you actually completed. So make sure you have more and more completed batches than the ones that you did not, that you turned down, that you canceled. So they have it on your app to tell you how you're doing, how your rate is, and stuff like that, and how many batches you completed compared to how many you canceled. So look at that and keep track of that. But always, you always want to do way more batches than you cancel. You really don't want to cancel any batches at all, but at the same time, if it's not worth your time, cancel that batch. Cancel that batch. I'm right. I'm with you 100%. I did cancel. Not a lot, but I cancel batches. It is what it is. You know, you got to make up for it. But at the end of the day, don't go driving across town for 40 minutes to do a $9 batch. And then you got to drive 10 minutes to drop it off. Don't do it. It's that simple. Don't do it. I made mistakes by swiping too quick. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get, everyone wants the money. I understand that. I made mistakes when I'm like, whoa, I thought it was a single batch. You know, I do it for $20, but I'm not going to do a double batch for $20. And no, I cancel. So don't be afraid to cancel. Keep track of, you know, what you cancel. And you guys go from there. Stay on top of that. But other than that, keep track of it. That's all that. Keep track of it. But if it's not worth your time, at the end of the day, to answer that question that they emailed me a couple days ago, cancel it if it's not worth your time. Please believe. Cancel that. And what's the furthest when I drive? What's the next one? Struggle. What's the furthest you'll drive? I drove 35 minutes, but it didn't say 35 minutes. Hint. But I was getting batches that led me to that, you know, to that side of town. So no big deal. It worked out for me. But the furthest I will drive is 30 minutes, because I know it won't take me 30 minutes to get to that location. But if it's 40 minutes, I won't do it. Unless it's like some crazy, you know, like an $80, you know, batch. Hey, who wouldn't take it, right? That's good. But at the end of the day, be very careful of what you take. And the furthest I would drive is no more than 30 minutes, man. But at the end of the day, I got to see some some big numbers for me to even do that. But yeah, yeah. So make sure it's working time. Don't be afraid to cancel batches. You literally have and it's not a set number of batches that you can cancel before they they let you go or whatever. You literally, if you do a crap load of batches, you literally can cancel as many batches as you can. I mean, if you're knocking out 10 batches a day, and you didn't cancel 5 or 6 or 8, and you working like 7 days a week, you doing 70 batches, like, bro, you easily can cancel 10 batches a week, no problem. But of course, not everyone's doing that many batches, but they have it on there. They want to keep you no more than a 15% cancellation rate on your profile. So keep aware of that, but you have a leeway. So, if you do 100 batches a week, you can do 10 batches. You can cancel 10 batches, no problem. It goes from there. It's not a set limit. You know what I mean? It's a percentage. It goes off percentage. So that's a good thing. It's a great thing. Other than that, yeah, you guys be aware of that, man. And, hey, and most batches I canceled in a day, and then try to do it on purpose, but it didn't work out. The numbers didn't add up. 3. I literally did 3 in a row on one day. I remember that. I'm like, I said, hey, I just gotta get out there and get these batches done, and it's gonna, then I can drop my percentage, my cancellation percent down. So yeah, literally, that was Stroke did. It was one day, never forget it. I canceled 3 batches in a row, and hey, it worked out for me because the batch I got was great. It was like a $48 batch. It was like for 20 piece order. I'm like, oh sweet. It was like up the street. It don't always work out that way. I didn't plan on it going that way. I just didn't want to waste my time, and it worked out for me on that day. But don't be afraid to cancel batches, guys. Remember, do way more batches than you cancel. So other than that, yeah, the further I would drive, the further I actually would recommend somebody based off the pay. It's not even 30 minutes. That's pushing it. Then again, like I say, the ones I take is 30 minutes, I get there before 30 minutes. So it's 25 minutes, 23, something like that. So, and I really don't even take those like that. But, at the end of the day, it comes on, it's with the pay, $32 an hour. You got more leeway compared to somebody who's paying like $22. It's like, I said an hour, $22 for their batch. And of course, depending on how much, items they have on their batch, yada, yada, yada. But for me personally, guys, I wouldn't take anything over not even 30 minutes unless you're like, unless you're like $65 and up, something like that, and then you go for it. But 40 minutes, I don't see myself. I canceled a batch last week on the weekend, and I was headed back to my side of town. I seen like 40 minutes. I'm like, no way. So, negative. Canceled that and kept moving. But yeah, you guys, I wouldn't even look for anything over 30 minutes, honestly. And anybody who has to drive further than that, they're not gonna pay you any more anyway. I mean, you can go take a 40-minute trip, and they're gonna, they're not gonna give you a bigger tip or anything. And that's saying it's written in stone, but still, it's like they don't know where you're coming from, So you gotta keep that in mind too. You had to drive 40 minutes. Somebody else get that same batch and have to drive 5 minutes. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't do anything over 30 minutes. It's not worth it, and it's not worth it. Please, guys, don't put yourself in that situation. I'm trying to help everyone out. We're a community. We got to stick together. We got to help each other out. But anyway, everyone that counts this, well, I'm going to end the video. I gotta go ahead and get to this batch. And I'll get you guys later. You guys take care. God bless. Until next time, Stroker.